It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Denzel Perryman. He had a healthy stat line a week ago at 9 stops and a sack. It's the Raiders and the JAX, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State at TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And CD, you look at our featured team here, they know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late, so maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 20 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Lawrence to Chanel for Jaguar first. Now Lawrence being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr Finding Johnson on the out route. And I think the ball's out.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They're quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Jacobs diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Again, it's Robinson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. Man open, here is Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Lawrence will throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Keith Smith, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show-you heavy set, bootleg it out. No. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Carr now on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller. 5 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets go...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Lawrence sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get the 1st. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing his car on third down. Trying, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. We'll try and keep you updated there as well as the other spots around the league as we move past the halfway point this week in the NFL season. The drive starts with a completion left side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at their 48-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now for... From just shy of midfield, Lawrence looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Lawrence to Jones for the Jacksonville first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Rolling to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. The Raiders at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Carr completes it. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Forced out to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Robinson now off the option. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Lawrence. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Caught by Jones. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Jags grab it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 44, Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. Now, the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is...
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Agnew now to return. Gets around him. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing on 2nd and 3, Lawrence. Now he's forced out left. And incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jones. And he is going to have a JAX first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And oh, he coughed it up, and the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 37 yards. And the Jags have taken the lead.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, Ethan.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 2. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A first down screen pass, good for 5. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 42 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through, and they have regained the lead. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
Okay.